All right, you guys, we are back. It's your boy Q, and up next we have DJ Academics accepts dangerous Young Miami interview to address their beef. Shout out to Chicken Spoon for the video. If you guys haven't heard about this beef, it actually stems from quite a bit ago. Diddy just kind of put the kibosh on it, and yeah, kind of stopped it from like furthering anyway. It seems like they're willing to get on each other's platforms. Act just got to be really careful. Saucy already threatened him with like the tax stone treatment of basically taking his cheeks. So yeah, he just got to be careful. But yeah, enough dilly dallying, and we're gonna jump right into the video. Again, it's entitled "DJ Academics Accepts Dangerous Young Miami Interview to Address Their Beef." Careful, bro. Gotta put out like a description on Saucy just to make sure that like everyone knows who he is.
Do me a favor, yo. Close that back door.
Close that door.
Ah, man, the setup is in place, you guys. I repeat, the setup is in place. Now, two enemies, DJ Academics and Young Miami, are set to meet soon. Or at least
That's for sure, because Act does not mince any words when it comes to like Young Miami. Like he really goes hard on her. So it's gonna be interesting to see what the dynamic is with them in the same room at the same time. And yeah, is Saucy gonna come? I have a feeling Saucy's not gonna be allowed in just because of like the friction between him and Act.
they have an agreement in place to interview with each other. Young Miami reached out to Akademiks to come on his show. She tweeted saying, "Yo, let's do Carisha Please Season 2, Akademiks. I would love a sit down from my point of view. Everybody's point of view is very important." Now, for anybody initially seeing this tweet,
It's more than likely going to be a trade-off, so they both eat from it. But this is definitely something that I feel like Young Miami probably needs a little more than Act, but this is going to do crazy numbers regardless. The fact still is that if it's Carisha's set, then yeah, like Saucy might be there. Who knows? It's probably going to be something in the contract that bars him from being anywhere near the premises.
without any backstory, any context, this looks wild. Young Miami and Akademiks have disrespected each other so many times. They've cursed at each other. They've violated each other all kind of ways. And now we see this tweet of her asking Akademiks to come on his show. What?
little
And on
sketch.
top of that, Akademiks responds back saying, "Yo, I'm down." Now everybody calm down and relax. This actually came from DJ Akademiks' live stream 2 days ago when he was speaking about Joe Budden going off on Young Miami. Akademiks actually seemed to have a little bit of compassion towards Carisha. He was the one who initially offered to sit down with Young Miami. Not only that, Akademiks also gave her some pretty good advice. Here's what Akademiks said.
You know, I don't want to pile on to this Young Miami thing. In
That's dope.
actuality, Young Miami, after Joe, just eloquently dismantled you, I dismantled you before. I actually want to offer you an olive branch. Okay, I do want to offer you an olive branch. I feel like what's happening here is that we're talking too much at each other and no one's talking to each other.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be with me, because your hatred for me, because I ain't gonna lie, I have souffled your ass. I have really done it to you in the last years. So it doesn't have to be me. But if you do want to sit with me, I'm down. I say it should be me or Joe. Carisha, I think you need to sit with people who,
Low-key, an interview with Joe would be huge, especially with her going forward as an artist. Like, the time away and the fact that she really hasn't put anything that's really hit has definitely caused the labels to kind of like pull any music being put out unless they're approving it directly. So yeah, she's gonna have to create some heat to basically let the label drop something. I'm pretty sure they don't want to like give her a budget for this to just fall flat and sell like 5,000 copies first week. Young Miami, at one point, like her and the City Girls were like, shit, one of the biggest things in music. They like their early records really hit. JT is on a run right now. JT dropped her album to honestly like a pretty good reception, and she's like selling out her theaters. So she's definitely on the right path. Young Miami does definitely need to focus on the music and get that hot again, because doing that is gonna help honestly all her endeavors, including her podcast, which I know she only probably makes one like every few months, but like when they do come out, they definitely do make some noise.
want to, because you have a side and they have a side. And I kind of get your side. Your side is like, yo, y'all just hating on me. Yo, what are y'all talking about? like I'm some lazy bum chick. I sell thongs. I sell candles. What are you talking about? Except half of the people who are criticizing you, their critique about you is you not caring about or you're not selling music.
Yeah.
So I do think you should sit with these people rather than tweeting it out. Also, I do think that could only help you because where you are now, you're just a social media influencer, and I do think you want to do music. I don't know how passionate you are. I still think you enjoy. I see you.
At the end of the day, like it's like a loss leader. A lot of these artists will put out music just to raise their platform, just to raise the exposure that they're getting. Because it makes selling the product so much easier. You know, when you're out there and you're being seen and you got this hit record, you can go and sell your underwear line. You can sell like alcohol. You can sell all these things. So like that's why a lot of these artists, like even though it's not as profitable as doing some of the other stuff, they still drop stuff because it does generate buzz to sell that other stuff. Up until you get to a point where like, dude, like a Jay, where he's made so much money outside of it that if he does drop something, it's like a passion project.
You tweeted out that City Girls Act Up, which is written by Yachty, is 6 times platinum. So you're definitely proud about a music accomplishment. You probably do want to do music. No one's here to bully Young Miami, and I actually want to give her some advice. Unless she's just like really egotistical or she's just really delusional, and I'm gonna stop short with any ad hominem attacks.
Yeah, let's not. We can't assume that. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's feeling the pressure, like from the label. They're saying that the label isn't really gonna let her drop anything until she creates some type of like traction, which is hard when you can't release something, you know. So I do feel like an interview, honestly, with any of the two would be huge. Given their history as well, her and Ack would definitely pull off some viral moments.
I think the reason why I think she should sit with someone, whether me or Joe, is because
I like how Ack
we're
is calm.
talking past each other. We're calling her, we're criticizing her music career a lot, and she keeps talking about her career as this entrepreneur slash influencer. So we're talking like this.
It's two different things.
And you know, we're just at the point of diminishing returns. There's nothing you could say about Carisha and her music career that will have any impact beyond what's already said, mostly by me, even by Joe and a few others. So we could either talk to her and hope those conversations will.
Obviously, they've all had issues with each other. If you take what they say as truth, they both say how like Joe was basically saying how he really does like her. It's just like you should probably be focused on music versus like creating these dramas and these beefs. Which you're getting your name spoken about, but is it for like the best things? They're just gonna highlight all the negative. Like your career is right now stagnant. You're cold. You're at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to female rappers and stuff like that. I think even for Young Miami, she really is a song away from being back on. All it takes is one hit. Yeah, we obviously all see JT getting back on it right now. Young Miami could definitely be on the same path. Whether it's her like locking back in and maybe switching up the writers you're using. Obviously, it's well known that like their biggest records were written by somebody else. So if that's what it takes, just go and do it. Switch it up. If what you have and what you've been doing hasn't been hitting, hasn't been working, then now it's time to like analyze like the core group and let's just see if we can like plug some other members into the team right now.
Continue to some positive movements or progression, or we could just keep ridiculing her. And I'm gonna be honest with you,
Exactly.
It is at the point that just musically, and by the way, I don't think she's necessarily a victim because she pops her shit, but when it comes to like music, like there's nothing really she could say back. And now it just kind of feels like we're just kind of dunking on her.
So for anybody
Probably to him, it probably feels like he's punching down. I think that's what he means. Because what can you say that hasn't already been said? Yeah, like obviously Young Miami has a point. She is successful. Obviously, she's not missing no meals. She's still making money and stuff like that. But the conversation everyone else is having is about the music. So when you're bringing up the fact that you're selling underwear, I don't think they really care. And yeah, Young Miami is definitely trying to put out music again. if not for the passion, definitely for the fact that it helps sell all the other stuff. It helps you get endorsements. Like, dude, exposure. Guys, right now, like the biggest commodity right now is like attention. You see it everywhere online. People, like, if you can garner people's attention, then like, fam, like you're out of here. Which is why a lot of these influencers are getting big, big bucks. So it's like, yeah, man, it's pretty dope that Ack is like, honestly, like, yo, he's calm, he's collective, he's like literally like, it does seem like he's extending an olive branch. Hopefully, like, if he goes over to Carisha, please, there isn't like a setup with Saucy in the background waiting behind the couch.
Thinking this was a random ass tweet from Young Miami to possibly set up Akademiks and have him
This
beat
could
up by
happen.
Saucy Santana. It's not, but this is a very smart move from Young Miami. I'm sure she probably saw her numbers go up while she was beefing with Joe, and she probably realized that there's something to gain by interacting with big media personalities like Joe and Akademiks.
That's crazy how that would even be something to question whether it would be like beneficial for your career to talk to the two biggest people in hip hop media. Of course, it's gonna be major. Yeah, and hopefully it's like amicable and like they actually let each other speak, and it's not just one person over talking the other person and not letting like the other person get their point out. Which I'm hoping doesn't happen.
And keep in mind, she just started the new season of her show. This is a perfect way to keep all the Diddy attention away from herself and also boost the ratings and views for her show. Now, if you're looking at it from Akademiks' point of view, Akademiks absolutely has nothing to gain by going on Young Miami's show and everything to lose. During that interview, she's going to try to spin you. She's going to ask you about the recent grape allegations that's going on with your mans.
The thing is, if you bring up that, he's going to bring up the countless Diddy stuff. So it's something that she would probably have to tread lightly because Ack isn't above going and attacking you where like it most hurts. You know what I mean? The most like nasty news about you, he will bring it up. Like that's the one thing you got to be careful. I don't think that's like letting the nukes out. I don't think Young Miami should do that because then you're just going to get like a defensive or an offensive Ack versus like somebody that's honestly trying to hear your point of view and have an actual discussion.
And on top of that, what happens if Saucy Santana makes an appearance? Even worse, what if Saucy puts hands on you? Then what? There's absolutely nothing that the audience is going to gain from this interview with Akademiks and Young Miami. Nobody is going to change their mind about Young Miami and for Young.
Well, no, that may be true, but people will tune into that just to see what may happen.
Miami fans, they're not going to change their mind about how they feel about Akademiks. But I get it. This is
not
all
casuals,
entertainment.
maybe.
It's going to get people watching. It's going to get people talking about it. And really, I'll be honest with you guys. The losers in these situations is us, the fans. You guys get in the comments below.
If this helps her make better music, obviously it's a plus for everybody. You know what I mean? Like I said, JT isn't a run. There's no reason to believe that Young Miami can't do it. It's just going to either be like, all right, switching up the producers, switching up writers, like, man. But like, it does seem like if the rumors are true that the label isn't going to let her drop anything until there's more eyes on her, which right now would be the perfect time. Let her do this interview. Like, obviously she wants to do the one on her platform, but you doing it on Axe platform is still going to be big as well, you know? And then who knows, maybe she does go around and like get a Joe interview. Joe, like when he speaks on her, yeah, the rants can sound harsh, but it's not like he's not really lying about anything. He's just saying it in a very harsh way. But yeah, man, he took the whole like making fun of the plaque things personal, which is like it's his right to react however he wants to react. But like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if Ack pulls up there and like Saucy Santana's in the back. I'm pretty sure if Ack does agree to go do like the interview over there first, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have that highlighted. Like, all right, yeah, Saucy just can't be around. That's the last thing you need. And the last thing you need I was gonna say double team, but that sounds wild, fam. Especially with like what Saucy said about trying to take Axe cheeks. But like, fam, like at the end of the day, fam, like, yeah, he's gonna make sure he's good. And the last thing you want to do is for real have something happen. Because if let's just say he was there and like puts his hands on Ack or whatever, or somebody else puts his hand on Ack. Maybe like obviously these are all theories at the end of the day. This is just like hypothetical situations. But Ack is the type to go and sue the pants off of anybody. He's already made that evidently clear. You know, like, I will sue you. I will sue you. I will call the cops. He's gonna do all that. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this interview is gonna happen? Do you think Act should go and do it over at Young Miami spot? I think I think Young Miami going to Act. I think nothing dangerous. I think he really does want to have like the conversation. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, man. And also, if you think that like she's gonna like curb that and go over to Joe and do the interview there, because who knows, maybe that might be bigger, especially since Joe did get that rant off like a few days ago. So that's gonna be interesting to see. Joe probably would be open to that because he is a content is king type of guy. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are freaking amazing. The channel is growing and it's always like super dope, like seeing the dialogues in the comments. So yeah, hope you guys love the video and I hope to see you guys soon.